Hello and welcome to another barnstorming episode of Harvs Tips. Got me lucky hat on this week because I think we've got a few winners in. Let's get a bit of money before Christmas. So let's just jump straight into it. Let's start with a footy this week. We had a good week. We had 4 of the BTTS come in. But we had a 2-1 winner with All Mankind and a 16-1 place in the first entry. So let's go. Right, so let's go. Here we go then. We'll start off with the big one, the big daddy, the Christmas cracker. Lucky hat's coming off for a minute. Let's get serious. This should win you some Christmas dinner. So we'll start off with the Saturday game. It's always a belter. We've tipped it up on the pod. Bruno Fernandes, first goal scorer to start the goal scorers bets off. I think he'll get a penalty, like I said on the pod. And he's 8-1, which I think is a very good price for a bloke that takes penalties and is very clinical at it as well. Then we go to the Sunday game. So I'm jumping about a bit this week on the footy, but with the goal scorers, I just think that we're going to stick with the Premier League today. So we go to Sunday and we start off at Heung-min Son. Son's in incredible form. They're playing Palace. He's 5-1 to score first, and that should get us rolling really. Get us flying on for this big win, and then we roll on to the 4:30. I said it last week with Jesus. It didn't come off, but if anyone's going to score with any quality, it's against Fulham. And Mohamed Salah to score first at 11-5, I think it's incredibly generous from the bookmakers. And then we go to the tail end. The tail enders, Arsenal, Burnley. This is a big ding-dong in the relegation fight if you want to look at it that way. And for me, Chris Wood, he's due a goal. I just think that he'll get a goal anywhere, in off his arse, in off his head, wherever it goes, hopefully in the back of the net. And he finishes off your Sunday evening with a belter, 15-2 to score first against Arsenal. And what I say is each way, void the bet if he doesn't start. So we're doing this early. Obviously, I can't. Bielsa gives you the teams out early, but that's the only bloke I know that does it. So you got Mo Salah, Heung-min Son, Bruno Fernandes, Chris Wood, all to score first. Void if the player doesn't start. And you want £2.50 each way, nothing daft. £5 stake returns £3,820. That'll do me nicely. I don't know about you boys, but I could do with that right now. And girls, equal opportunities at no splinters. Everyone can have a bet. And then we move on to the both teams to score. So I landed 4 of them last week. 5 would have been nice, but I got 4, so we're in profit, £90 back. So we've got Blackburn, Norwich, yes, both teams to score. We've got QPR, Reading, yes, both teams to score. We've got Milton Keynes, Dons, Burton, Albion, yes, both teams to score. And then, like I said, Man United, Man City, yes, both teams to score. And the stakes, put a tenner on. I've put £8 on it because I just think that you don't want to go too daft. It's getting up to Christmas. So an £8 stake returns £67.52p. And that's a nice way to start your Saturday. That could buy a few bottles of whatever you're drinking. So we go through that again. So you got Mo Salah, Heung-min Son, Bruno Fernandes, Chris Wood, first goal scorer accumulator, and then we go on the footy side on the yes, both teams to score bets. We've got Blackburn, Norwich, QPR, Reading, Milton Keynes, Dons, Burton Albion, and Man United, Man City, yes, all both teams to score. Right, we move on to the horses now. Good winner last week with All Mankind. Skelton's big believer in Skelton's horses. I'm just going to pick 4 out for you today. I just think that there's a lot of racing on, and some races are easier to sort of read through than others. I know it's this time of year when you sort of get the big races all in one go. So let's go for it then. So we go to the first on the card. And this is a really tough race. It's the 150 at Cheltenham. It's the Caspian Caviar Gold Cup. It's always a tasty affair. Now, bearing in mind the nap of the week last week, Altior was a non-runner, and you know this is what happens when you do tips on a Friday. For tomorrow, you can get the non-runners. So yeah, let's go into it now. This is a really open race. You've got Master Tommy Tucker at the top of the card for Cobden and Nichols, a great combination at 11-2. You've got the likes of Al Dancers, Midnight Shadow there with Sue Smith. But for me, I'm going to go against the favourite in this. I'm gonna actually tip up Cool Cody. I really like the horse in general. He's won the Paddy Power Gold Cup here last month, making his fitness count and jumping well in the main before gamely holding on when challenged in the straight. So he should make another great fist of it off a higher mark of 6. So that's Cool Cody in the 150 to start your day off at Cheltenham. And then we move to the 205 in Donny. Now, you know, this is another great race. I mean, the Doncaster have got a fantastic card. There's a really tight favourite with Robbie Power and Colin Tizard of all of the gin joints. It's a strange name for a horse. He's a 6-year-old. He's won last time out and he's 5-6. However, I'm going to take him on here. I'm going to go against him with my namesake. No, I'm not backing him because he's my namesake, but Hurricane Harvey. He's got form. He's tracked. Well, I mean, obviously the 5-6 has got a real chance, but I'm not about backing 5-6. I don't know about you, but Hurricane Harvey, Fergal O'Brien's bringing him along. He did. His form's in bits, but he's got proven jumping form, and I know I'm not making a strong case for him because obviously it's a 5-6 favourite he's going against, but I just think that Fergal knows what he's doing. He's got Paddy Brennan on board, and I really fancy him to sort of come on against him, and you can get him at 92 at the minute with Bet365. But I'm sure if you shop around and on the day, it might be better. But 92 is a fairly good price. For me, I'd like him a bit of a bigger price considering, he's going up against the 5-6 favourite. But the bookies aren't very generous this time of year. So that's number 2, Hurricane Harvey at the 205, race 5 at Doncaster. And then we move on to the 225 at Cheltenham. Now, this race... I mean, all these races are great, but this particularly is a tough one, another toughie. So I'm making it hard for myself, really. But I just think that this race is the one where you can sort of pick a bit of value. I know I'm stumbling about. I'm just trying to get my notes back up. So I've gone for my nap of the day actually, and it's Acca Honeybee. He out-battled Ashtown Lad in Wetherby. Now, I've said it last week, I say it again, I know I'm biased because it's my local track, but Wetherby form counts at this time of year. Wetherby is a very tough track, and he out-battled Ashtown Lad, who I think will go off favourite in the race. And for me, he makes a great case to go again, win again, and get us on it. And another good price at 92. Ashtown, and I'm going against everything I know. I always go for a skeleton horse, but for me, I just think Acca Honeybee, he's going to go again. He's beaten Ashtown Lad, who's going to go off favourite. So for me, I think this is my nap of the day. So Acca Honeybee, number 2, the 225 at Cheltenham, race 5, and an absolute cracker. Now my 4th horse of the day, and this is a short and sweet horsey segment. There's too many races on. There's too much out there, and I'm just trying to pick sort of a 4-horse Yankee, which I think. So we move on to the last leg of the bet, and this one is an interesting race. This is the 3 o'clock at Cheltenham. This is another fantastic. It's 2 miles and just short of 2 miles and 1. It's going to be an absolute flyer. There's a lot that can sort of jump out and make great claims, great cases to win it. Goshen's going to go off favourite. More combo 5-2. But like I said, I want a bit of value for your Saturday afternoon racing on your 4 bets and a Yankee bet. You want a bit of value. Obviously, you want to win, but it's about trying to find the horses, the unearthed gems. And Song for Someone is going to go off second favourite. Now, I have looked at that. I have mulled over that. But, I'm going to go back to what I did last week, where I stick with a method that I know that works. I know it's simplistic, but I always back a skeleton horse if I think he's going to win. And Chittabello, for me, he's won me a few quid over the years. He's got good form. He came second last time out. Harry and Dan Skelton, 7-1, taking on the big favourite. Chittabello needs a speed, and there's going to be plenty of speed up front. I think Goshen and Saka Royal, they're all going to really give it some clip, and it'll be a fascinating race. Form says Goshen should win. However, I just think at that price, it's an absolute lottery, and I'm going to go against, really. So Chittabello for me. Should hopefully come flying in for us all. We're all celebrating, we're all on the beers. Salah scored first on the Sunday, and life's good. So for me, that's Chittabello and the Skelton combination. It's a tried and tested method. They always do tend to pick up 1 or 2 winners on an ITV Saturday, and I think I'm going to just pick out the one at 7-1. Thank you very much for coming. That's Chittabello, number 7. So we'll just do a quick recap of the bets. Mohamed Salah, Heung-min Son, Bruno Fernandes, Chris Wood, all to score first each way, 2.5 each way, and that's £3,820 in your back pocket. And send me the congratulatory messages on the Sunday, please. We've got the both teams to score, which I put the screenshots on. So we'll run through the Yankee again. So we do it in race order. Cool Cody, number 11. And then we do Hurricane Harvey in the 205, number 2. Then we go to the 225 at Cheltenham, race 5, Acca Honeybee, number 2. And then we finish that Yankee off with Chittabello at 7-1, number 7 in the 3 o'clock. I've just done a simplistic stake just for you to get an idea of what a Yankee could, what an accumulator could pay. So £1 each way on all them is 2,200 to 1. However, I would do a Yankee, which is 11 different bets on there. I'd do it each way, so £1 each way Yankees a £22 bet. But if you get 2 winners and a couple of places, it should pay 3 figures easily. Yep, so anyway, I hope you enjoy it. If I get this video out in time, I've got Kalashnikov in the first at Cheltenham, which unfortunately it's 1 o'clock now, so I don't think you'll have time to get that on. But have a look at that and see what the form's like for Harvs Tips. If he wins, then we could be on to a winner. The black book's been out, and Kalashnikov has come up and said he should win today at 3-1. As ever, gamble responsibly. Give us some feedback. Give us some shit if I lose. Give us some credit if I win. Bit of banter flying about on Twitter. I'm always on there. Harry, I know he's got a boxing bet of AJ 5 to 8 rounds to win to knock Pulev out. For me, AJ's a silly price odds on. He always is. And if you want a bit of fun on a Saturday night and give Harry some shit, you want to back Pulev at 6-1 and give him some when he loses. So yeah, Golden Boy. AJ, let's see how he goes on. Cracking racing, cracking footy. Leeds are on tonight. And Friday, I think that'll be a BTTS. I think Leeds and West Ham will be a cracker, and hopefully the Whites get the 3. So yeah, get in touch at Harvey_123 on Twitter, at No Splinters. Good night, God bless.